Good morning everyone, this is As Muhammad Khan and I welcome you in today's class student. Today we will discuss about the heating effect of electric current student. Now what is heating effect of electric current? In daily life when you switch on the iron, then that iron becomes hot after some time. Why does it become hot student? It become hot due to heating effect of electric current. Means when the current is passed through that iron have the nichrome wire, and that nichrome wire have the more resistance, and due to having the more resistance it converts the electric energy into heat energy, due to which the iron becomes hot or some other devices become hot student. So what is heating effect of electric current? It is the effect student when an electric current is passed through a conductor, then it becomes hot after some time and it produces heat energy, and this effect is known as heating effect of electric current. And in this there is transformation of energy takes place, means the electrical energy is converted into heat energy due to the one physical quantity student that is known as resistance. If the conductor have the more resistance, then that conductor produce the more heat energy. Why student? Because the resistance is the obstacle of the current. Means when the current is passed through the conductor, then it behaves, means the resistance behaves as obstacles. So obstacles towards the current is known as resistance, and due to that obstacles the charges move at that particular place. If the charges are stopped at a particular place or at the particular place of the conductor, then at that place the heat energy is produced, and due to that the conductor becomes hot, or the wire that are used to produce the heat energy, they become hot student. So in this I have shown you one diagram. This is the resistor. Resistor means it is the nichrome wire, and nichrome wire is generally used in all the heating devices. This type of wire student, this type of wire. When the current is passed through that wire, then that current have the obstacles due to the resistance, due to which the charges move at that particular place, and due to moving or due to the movement of the charges at a particular place, the heat energy is generated, and this effect is known as heating effect of electric current. According to this, if the wire have the more resistance, that means it will produce the more heat energy, and this effect was given by one particular scientist student, and the name of the scientist is James Prescott Joule. James Prescott Joule gave one law, and that law is known as Joule's law of heating effect. So what is the Joule's law of heating effect student? That we will discuss now. So student, Joule's law of heating effect, with the help of this law we can know that how does the heat energy is produced, or what are the factors that affects on the heat energy. And this law was given by James Prescott Joule by doing the different experiments. According to this student, when the current is passed through a conductor, then it produces the heat energy. And that heat energy depends on the following factors. Means the heat energy depends on the following factors if the physical conditions like the temperature and the pressure remains constant. These are the conditions, student. Heat energy depends on the current, or you can write here current square. This is the first law. According to Joule's law, heat energy is directly proportional to the square of electric current if the physical condition like temperature and pressure remains constant. This is the first law, student, first law. And this law you can symbolize: heat energy is directly proportional to the square of the electric current. Second is heat energy is directly proportional to the resistance of the conductor, If the resistance will be more, then the heat energy will be more. This is the second law. Means the heat energy is directly proportional to the resistance. Third law, student, third Joule's law. Heat energy is directly proportional to the time at which the current is passed through the conductor. Means the time at which the current is passed through the conductor, that time is directly proportional to the heat energy. If the time will be more, then the heat energy will be more. Like when you switch on the iron and you put it on one bed sheet or on one cloth, then what happens according to the time? If the time is increased, that particular cloth is burnt, student. Why is it burnt? It is due to the production of more heat energy. So heat energy is directly proportional to the time. So you write here H is directly proportional to the time. So these are the three factors on which the heat energy depends according to the Joule's law. Now by combining first, second and third, what you get? You get heat energy is proportional to I square RT. Now you will take K as constant and heat energy is equal to K I square RT. Here the K value is 1. So the formula that you will get for the heat energy or the energy, that will be heat energy is equal to I square RT. So this is the formula, student. This is the formula that you will use here. It will be H is equal to I square RT. This formula we get with the help of Joule's law of heating effect. And it is the most important formula, student. H is equal to I square RT. According to this formula, you can easily learn this law. Means heat energy is directly proportional to the square of the electric current. Heat energy is directly proportional to the resistance. Heat energy is directly proportional to the time at which the current is passed through the conductor. So these are the three main laws, student. And these laws are known as Joule's law of heating effect. And with the help of that, you can explain the heat energy or the factors on which it depends. Now we come on the next. Next is power, student. What is power? What is power? In the 9th class you have read. What is power, student? It is the rate of doing work at which the particular electrical device do the work. That rate of doing work of the electrical device is known as its power or its electric power. All the electrical devices have their own power. So what is power? The rate of doing work or the work per unit time by a conductor, by an electrical device is known as electric power. So how will you get the formula of power? That I will tell you now. So what is electric power, student? The rate of doing work by an electric device, electric device. The rate of doing work by an electrical device is known as electric power. Or another formula that you can write here, the work per unit time. So the formula of the power is work upon time. W for work, T for time. It is the formula of power, student. Now work is always equal to energy, student. Why? Because energy is the capacity to do work. So this is another formula. Means the energy per unit time by a conductor, energy used per unit time by a conductor is known as power. So this is another formula. Now with this, there is another formula that you can use. What formula we get for the heat energy? So you can write a heat energy upon time. This is another formula. Now heat energy formula that we get with the help of Joule's law, what is it? It is I square RT upon T. From this T will be cut. So next formula that we get, it is I square R. It is another formula of power. Now we get another formula of power. If you put the value of R here, I square, if you will put the value of R here, then what will be it? It will be V upon I. From this I, this square will be cut, and the formula that you will get here, it will be VI. So these are the formulas that you can use for getting the power, and you will learn them. First is work upon time, second is energy upon time, third is heat energy upon time, fourth is I square R, fifth is VI. So these are the 5 formulas of power from which you can get the power, student. So you will learn this. Now we come on the commercial unit of power, or what is the SI unit of power? SI unit of power is watt, student. What is the SI unit? SI unit you will write SI unit of power is watt. Under the name of a famous scientist, James Watt, student, James Watt, who discovered the steam engine, watt, and it is represented by capital W. From W we represent it, we symbolized it. It is the SI unit of power. Now we come on the next, that what is the commercial unit of power? Commercial unit of power. What is it? It is kilowatt, student. Kilowatt is the commercial unit of power. And on all the electrical devices you can have the power, student. Means on all the electrical devices, in writing the power is written. Like on the bulb you can see, on the CFL you can see, on the LED you can see the power. Some have the, like for the LED, some have the 4 watt, some have the 7 watt, some have the 11 watt. So what is it? It is the power of LED. Like this you can see the bulb, some have 60 watt, some have the 100 watt, the bulb. Like this there are the CFL. So all the electrical devices on the some machines, there is the power is written on them, like 5 kilowatt or 2 kilowatt. The power is written on that particular electrical device. So what is power? Power means the rate of doing work. What is the SI unit of power? It is watt. What is the commercial unit of power? It is kilowatt. And what are the formulas that we have discussed? And with the help of the formulas you can solve the different problems, student, different numerical you can solve. So you will try to learn this important topic. Thank you very much and have a pleasant day.